Hey guys, this is the Inappropriate Attire podcast.
It is back for its 5th episode.
Which is pretty much SNL level.
It's like, for millennials it is. Because it's like, you get 5 episodes in, you're just like, wow, we've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, like a month.
We have 1 episode for every... If there's 5 weeks in a month, that can happen. That can be a thing. You can have like maybe 5 Wednesdays, I'm thinking. But there can be 5 partial weeks in a month.
Yeah, so as millennials, this is a big step for us.
Huge. It's even bigger than moving out of our parents' house.
Yeah, which neither of us have done yet. So...
We're working on it.
Speaking of working on it, what have you been doing today, John?
You're just going right into how we okay, we're gonna do this. Well, speaking of working on it, I've been working a lot on night
biceps.
shift on them biceps. Been finally started a gym membership at Anytime Fitness. Instead of paying like $40 and $30 a month, I'm paying $10, and I'm actually getting them gains, boy. And I'm hurting, boy. See, right now, you got me, who woke up last night at 9, had work at midnight, got off at 8, chilled for a little bit with my dogs, went to work out, went to go to...
Call my ass at like 30.
Get up, because we're recording this podcast. Get up, and then be productive off spring break. Spring break, fellas, it's here, because who knew?
Time to be a lazy
millennial and go to Cancun, or just stay home if you're like us and not rich.
Don't have any money. If you're a millennial that's poor, it's it sucks.
You just get to stay home, maybe splurge a little bit, have a Monster energy drink, and eat a burrito. That's me right now.
Drink a
bottle of water. That'll be us this episode.
Record a podcast.
Oh my gosh, everyone's doing these podcasts these days. So what have you been up to since the last show?
Well, recently I have been debating on whether or not what to do with the rest of my life. You know, that kind of thing. That philosophical kind of thing. Philosophical. Okay, you know what?
It's a simple correction. You don't need to harp on it.
Anyway.
Just telling you.
Anyway, I have debated on opening my own comedy store. Comedy bar.
Because a comedy store would be like those fake mustaches and glasses sets.
Yeah.
And then, here's a magic wand, sir.
But, like... I thought, you really need experience to really do that, and I want to go into stand-up comedy first, and I want to go into writing, because a lot of comedians end up going into writing when they first start doing stand-up, so they end up becoming more, I guess, witty off of writing so much.
They also are versatile, so if they get canned on the stage act... They can fall back and do that.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want a Kramer incident happening.
Yep, we're not going to say that word.
Well, let's hope not. So, you also are sick right now. Why are you sick?
You know the reason. Pollen.
It's everywhere. It's ubiquitous in the South.
The South.
South. S-O-U-F-T-H. S-O-U... South. South Park. That's where we live, bruh. Okay. Where we live. So what's going to be our topics today? I've asked you this like 5 times a day, just because I'm not exactly sure. And you're going to be the negotiator. The arbitrator? Nope. You're going to be the commentator this round. This show.
Well, you know what? I just have a new topic on the spot.
New topic on the spot.
Yep, John's never heard of this topic. We're going to talk about comedy and why it's important in your life.
Oh my gosh, okay. Well, this has been one of those things that you gotta know. If you're a comedy fan, you gotta have different types of comedy. in your life at all times, because you just can't have The Office. Because if you're just The Office type of humor, you're just like, well...
Like, very dull, very dry.
But it's good.
It's good, but it's very dry.
You need to have a diverse take on comedy. You got to have your inappropriate comedy. You got to have your inappropriate comedy, though.
I love dark comedy.
You got to have your dark comedy. You got to have your indie comedy rarely, on occasion.
Comedy. What would you say is indie comedy?
Comedy Bang Bang. Going for some of those cheap and zany laughs. It's more experimental. Not so experimental like, oh, have you seen this new art project? Because I haven't, because I'm blind. Oh. More like, you try different things with it. You don't go for the same spiel that always spiel. Like, you're not going for the Jeff Dunhams of the world.
Fuck Jeff Dunham.
I am Aloha Akbar. I blew out the dead terrorist. Hey.
Well, that grumpy old man.
I'm so mean, man. What are you doing?
Hey, the dude's a millionaire, so I can't really...
I mean, he is the jalapeno is a millionaire, so it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay, Hero.
But you just need to have a good, diverse lineup. What's my lineup? You say? I'm gonna give you. It's gonna be some comedy Bang Bang, some It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's gonna be some of The League. Occasionally, I've seen it too much, but it's okay. It's okay.
Give me while you finish.
Hey, tall guy. Of course, you get some Will Ferrell thrown in there.
Oh yeah, I love Will Ferrell.
Anything with Will Ferrell, and then you also got some. I don't know, just whatever kind of comedies you got.
Oh no, I like stereotype comedy.
I don't like the on the nose comedy that it's like Let's Be Cops. It's okay, but it's just, oh hey, a set of balls in your face. Whoa! Oh
like
no!
Step Brothers.
But that was hilarious.
You put balls on my drum set.
But it's not like a big old naked man running around and then someone like shoots him and then like his balls are on your face. Like,
oh, like that one movie. You had me download it the other day. Like
The Greasy Strangler.
Yeah, The Greasy Strangler.
Even that's more of an experimental type comedy.
Like comedy
an indie.
Bang,
It's more out there. You should watch it. Give it a shot if you can tolerate nudity in movies. I can, but if you can't, don't watch it.
Some people can't take like male nudity. Like I'm just like, I see it every day. So.
I in my line of work, sometimes you have to when there's a new intake. Guess what? Squat and cough. Yeah, I gotta. You got to. Short draw the straw. It's not the greatest, but it's a necessity when you're bringing people into a jail.
And you're a CO, right?
And I'm a CO.
Yeah, I had to explain that to the people because you didn't say that. You just said.
Maybe they don't know. Maybe they do.
C-dicks.
Oh, I'm hurting, Will. I'm hurting my pectorals. Biceps and chest day. It's hurting. All right. Why is comedy important to you?
Comedy's important to me because with so much, everybody's so angry with each other, and everybody's just like, you didn't call me my right pronoun. You are being misogynist. You're racist.
Excuse me, Zed.
But like with all this craziness going on in like politics and the world, we need comedy. We need to laugh. We need this exit of emotion.
And comedy unites people in a way like you get some people who are on the nose comedians.
Yeah.
Not my type, but you watch their stand up and it's just like everyone in there is laughing their butts off.
Like Kevin Hart.
I mean, he's okay. Is he my type of humor? No, he's not. Just me personally.
I love Kevin Hart.
He's kudos for you being a multi-million-dollar comedian. Will I watch you? No, because I don't find you enjoyable. But that's just me.
It's like there's a comedy for everybody. Me personally, I love dark, very dark comedy. Like I can listen to Anthony Jeselnik.
Throw the baby in the river.
I can listen to Anthony Jeselnik.
Throw the baby in the microwave. Throw the baby in a hot car.
Like he had a joke about like dad drowning a kid, and then he's like, well, he learned how to drown his kid, but he didn't learn how to wash a baby.
That's horrible.
He said that's the joke he usually tells the audience first. And he says, we'll see where it goes from here. So
he's and then you got a little bit of really dirty people who were Jim Jeffries.
Oh yeah, I'm not a big Jim Jeffries guy.
Not either, but yeah, it's good to know him. It's good to know him.
I love Joey Diaz. Joey Diaz is so funny.
I don't know him.
He's like this Cuban guy, like very fat Cuban guy, and he's just so funny. Like he doesn't even tell jokes. He just tells stories, and it's just kind of like the way he tells them. It's just funny. It's very dirty though. It's just a very entertaining comedians. That comedy can just bring everyone from all colors, all races, all religions together. Well, some comedians, because some comedians are like
divisive. But that's okay, because we're gonna need. Not all types of comedians can go together. Not all types of people can go together. You can't have a group of entire friendly people be together. You're gonna have to have Sabrina, who's the jerk of that group.
The drunk.
You lush. You're gonna have to have just a lot like that. And it's okay. It's okay. There's comedians that I don't like. There's comedians you don't like. But we have our agreed upon comedians that we can watch together.
Like who?
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell, yeah. I like Will Ferrell.
I'll even try to do some Anthony Jeselnik.
He's so funny. Okay, he has another one.
Ooh, one thing. What about Amy Schumer? Do we love...
I liked her before she went all feminazi on everyone.
Yeah.
When she talked about her vagina.
One person who I like, who's a female comedian, who it's not rare for me to like them, but it's hard for you to tell a story and me somewhat find it enjoyable. Like Whitney Cummings. I don't like her.
She used to be really funny.
She used to be. But then now she found where she works best.
Yeah.
In
NBC or wherever she works now.
Well, she works at CBS. She's like a comedic writer.
Yeah.
She made it. Anyway, she found her place where she fits in. It's good. Eliza Sislinger. She did War Paint. She did, I don't know, another one. But I know that's what she was on Netflix. And then she has her own stand-up special. And she's pretty good.
I've seen most of the stand-up specials that Netflix produced.
I don't see a lot of them.
I try to watch all the stand-up ones that they do. Most of them I don't really care for. They're not really that good. They get some unknown comedian, which is great. I love that they do that. But
that's how I found Mike Birbiglia and John Mulaney. Both very talented individuals who are now rising in popularity as they should.
One of my favorite things that's recently been going on in stand-up is this roast battles. I'm
alright.
Get two comedians just roast each other and just take each other down.
I'm alright. I'm not really for people tearing each other down like that, but that's just me.
It was I think they had this one with this guy and this chick, and he's talking about how many sexual favors she does for her big black friends. Keeping the show PG.
Keeping the show PG.
While we can.
When we can. All right.
Anyway, so John, what's your topic?
I don't remember my topic. We already said that you did the topics. That's the whole thing.
Okay.
What's the topic, Will?
The next topic?
Next topic
is reading.
Reading.
And why it's healthy for a developing, really any kind of brain. Developing, adult, older. It's good for any kind of thought. You need to enhance your literary side of your brain all the time. And John, he's already been
I'm working on it harder.
Working
on it harder. You know what? You know who got me into reading better books? And what author? And I've already said it on this podcast. Guess.
Who?
Kurt Vonnegut.
Kurt Vonnegut.
Maybe I'm butchering his name, but it's alright. Kurt Vonnegut, because I have read 3 of his novels, and they are amazing. Cat's Cradle is good. Breakfast of Champions is probably my favorite, and then I loved Slaughterhouse-5, and I'm working on Palm Sunday, Sirens of the Titan, both by him. You don't know. You'll get to know him because you'll read the books. If you can read this book. What book is this, Will?
This is a book John has let me borrow called Look Who's Back. It's about Hitler.
Sifio.
Hellfuhrer.
It is...
Hell Trump, Hell Victory.
Oh my goodness. Alright. Anyway, it is done by Timur Vermis. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. I don't care. You can watch the movie on Netflix.
Really?
And it's on Netflix, and it is pretty good, but this is better. Why are books always better? That can be another discussion for another day. But it's really good, and watching that made me be like, this is actually a book, and then I read the book, and I'm like, this is fantastic.
I think I'm going to read the book first and then watch the movie.
Good. Then that would be a better thing. But this book is good, and there's substance to it. It's showing how, not showing in and of itself, because I know this from other things, but like how a man like Hitler was able to rise to power in Germany. You had all these elements leading up to it, and they were just like, hey, we need a leader. And then Hitler was like, I'm here.
One of the funny things about Hitler's rise is people think it's just because he just came along and he just said things people liked. It's like actually his approval rating was not like super duper high. It was just the fact that everything was so horrible in Germany.
They were looking for a savior.
They were for anything.
They looked for a savior in what they could find. And who was that man who took over?
When he'd steal, like he hired like thugs to like break people's stuff, like and to make them scared.
I mean, he didn't hire them. That was like the paramilitary organization. It's like if Democrats had a militaristic wing for security, but then they took over, and then they're just like. But I'm just saying, like if you have like a party like that, who takes over, whatever.
Yeah.
But anyway, like that's one reason as to why. There's a lot of things that led up to it. Yeah. Netflix is also doing another documentary on World War II. Oh my god, Netflix, you're doing so good.
I love World War II documentaries.
I like them if they're okay. But that's a good book. There's substance to it. It's how could a leader like that take over today? And it shows you how. By uniting people against a common enemy, or even not even an enemy, but someone who's frowned upon in culture based off of what other people perceive to be.
Well, it would take more than that.
Read the book.
Hitler.
Read the book. That's all I'm saying. Read the book. You can tell me how it is. But that's good. You should, I think, here's my take on reading. You shouldn't read pop smut, I guess, if that's an appropriate term for it. I'm meaning, don't read the latest and greatest craze that comes along, like Tom Clancy books. Is he a good storyteller? Yeah. Is Stephen King a good storyteller? Yeah. Is, who else? James Patterson a good storyteller?
My phone went off. That was my bad.
That's okay. I don't have my phone on silent either, so if anyone calls me, we're going to be in for a rude awakening. But, James Patterson, is he a good storyteller? Yes. Is there substance in their books? I don't know. But, I do know that there is people, maybe not today, but I love reading 20th century literature because they put substance in their novels and literary works. Like, gosh, I really feel like I can go on for days about this, but that's okay. Like, for one example, Kurt Vonnegut. Another example is Anne Ryn. Ayn. R-A-Y-N?
I don't know why you're asking me.
Anyway, she wrote The Fountainhead and Atlas Shrugged. I'm 5 days in on that book, and I'm already 340 pages in, or maybe more. That was where I was at work today. But there's just a lot going on, and it's like or Arduous Huxley with A Brave New World. There's so many good books that came out in the 20th century that people read, and they're still popular today. Like even George Orwell with Animal Farm in 1984. People think that's how the world is going to be today, but I think that from the first part of Atlas Shrugged, that's how the world operates. And that book's 50 years old. That book is 50 years old, and that's basically my picture of how the world operates. It's incompetency, greed, and just ineptitude at its finest. And it's great. Thanks, America.
Well, we don't always agree on this kind of...
We don't always agree, but at least you're going to be reading it if you can get past this book.
Yeah.
If you can get...
the
Look Who's Back. If you can read that, if you can get through Vonnegut, if you can enjoy Vonnegut, and if you can kind of learn how to skim what parts are necessary, what parts aren't necessary, then it gets better, and you can read bigger books that are more interesting.
Less amount of time.
Mm-hmm. I'm learning to do that because I really don't care what goes on in some of the characters' lives. I just want to know the situations that they're in and all that other stuff. But I'm reading it.
Probably get more out of the book if you read the whole thing, though.
I don't really care what one character...
It's kind of like when you complain to me about video games and you're like, oh, this story kind of sucks.
No, okay.
It's like, always when you skip the cutscene.
What am I skipping over? What am I skipping over? I'm skipping over parts where a character is having sex with another character. Where they talking to their sensual moments. Do I want to read that? Do I personally want to read that? No. Is it getting my jollies off? No. Is it words on a page saying stuff? Yeah. Do I really care to read it? No.
How do you know when they stop talking about it? Like,
you scan it.
Okay.
Reading, everybody. Get on an advanced level. What's your take on this topic?
Well, I think reading is important. I want to like reading. I've always wanted to like reading, but any chance I gave it was always that sense of like I could be doing something more fun, or like. I guess
you just need to find enjoyment.
Yeah, it's like, it's like reading. I mean, to me, is important because it helps your mind develop more, and you think about things more, and you think about things more thoroughly, and you better problem solving. You get better at critical thinking about why a situation is happening instead of you already know solutions to a problem, but you don't know why this problem is happening.
Yeah.
I think that's what reading really helps with. No, I don't think it really in terms of that, I don't think it really matters what kind of reading you do, but I think reading in general.
I think for me, sorry to cut you off. For me, reading the books that actually help me learn and understand the world a different way are good for me because I like learning.
Oh yeah,
different. That's what suits me. I don't read smut. I don't read pop crap. Just refuse. I can't read.
It's like saying you only watch documentaries.
But I mean, it's for how I understand things. I just can't. Who is it? It was Robert Galbraith who wrote The Silkworm, and that's written under a pseudonym of who's Harry Potter's writer?
J.K. Rowling.
J.K. Rowling wrote it under that. I like what she did it, but I can't read that.
It's feminazi.
I don't even care about her. I can't read that book. I tried. That's all I'm saying. I tried.
It's I've tried reading when I was younger. I tried reading J.R.R. Tolkien's Lord of the Rings.
Way too much. I can say that now. I have that book in my truck. The whole trilogy.
And The Hobbit.
Way too much.
When I was a kid, I love those movies. I love the story. I love the characters. But it's so hard to read.
I mean,
especially when you're younger and you're your attention span is running at a mile a minute. and like you're just like, what's next? What's next? What's next? And you're like, and then you got to read about this person's hair, the color.
He wrote that for the lore building. That's why you can have all these Halo and Mass Effect books that go on and on and on, and you can have an extension of the universe because people did that.
Yeah.
They need to have like a condensed version that fits all 3 books into one book minus all the details, but it keeps all the story plots.
And then you make a movie where they just combine all the movies together.
Again, just get that person who did the Breaking Bad series into a movie.
Make The Office into a movie, like a 2-hour movie.
It'd be funny, but you'd have to have like separate movies because of what's going on in each.
You could do The Office because a lot of it's just filler. A lot of it's just
but I mean, you got like a movie about Jim and Pam. You got a movie about all the side characters, like the accountants.
Fat guy. What's the fat guy's name?
Kevin. Don't you dare forget Kevin.
You have to make a movie about Kevin.
You have to have a movie about Kevin. You have a movie about Michael. You can have a movie about Dwight. You can have a movie about each like department in the office needs to have their own movie. That's great.
Oh, the black guy.
Stanley.
Slap
you in the face with.
So, in a sense, reading is good for everyone, no matter if you like it or don't. Some people, like John said, like the poppy stuff, and that's what they like to read. And
that's better than nothing. I feel like you should still read for a purpose. Whatever you do should have a purpose. You can play video games to relax. You can play video games to be that MLG status.
You can watch movies.
You can watch movies to relax. You can watch movies to criticize. You can watch movies to learn.
You can read books to be entertained. You can read books to learn about something you
didn't know. Read it for a purpose. Just don't buy something because you can buy it. That's one thing that I learned. That's kind of.
If you really want to read it, read it. Don't let anybody tell you not to read something. But it's always better. Me and John agree that it's always better to read something that is going to help you and help you learn and help you understand something that you
help you grow as a person. Help you grow as a person. It's all about getting better as a human being, understanding more about other people of different cultures, ethnicities, walks of life.
Learning about military secrets and
maybe to where you can just be
things like
think something.
Like some people like to read conspiracy theory books. Some people like to read, books about wars and books about I always wanted to read The Art of War. But
you're gonna have to build up to that.
Yeah.
Sun Tzu?
Yeah, it's like a 15th century or 16th
probably
century
earlier, maybe. I don't know.
It's supposed to be one of the greatest books ever written. But
you have to build up to reading that. It's not like I can pick up Dante's Divine Comedy and comprehend all that's going on. It puts Anne Rind's book to shame. Also, we can't read it as easily because that's like a 12th century book.
It's almost like another language.
Yeah. Try reading the King James Version of the Bible.
Yeah, I'll skip that story.
I'll skip that version. Give me an ESV and I'll make it work. But just, I don't know, you gotta build your way up to reading that. You can't read something like the Communist Manifesto or even the Constitution for that matter without it being...
Yeah.
Have you tried to read that? Have you tried to read the Constitution?
Yep. I'm American. I would hope so. I hope every American has at least looked at the Constitution.
They haven't.
That's sad.
They don't know their rights.
That's sad.
It is very sad. But we also have a lot of laws in place.
I know, but everyone should have at least looked at the Constitution.
It gives a guarantee of your rights. Actually, that's the Bill of Rights, but still the Constitution sets everything up. How your government should function.
Mm-hmm. I mean, me as a constitutionalist libertarian, I John hates me because he can't identify with any group.
I hate Republicans. I hate Democrats. I hate Libertarians.
Why do you hate Libertarians?
just don't be so strict on this. We shouldn't do anything because everyone should live their lives. Because we shouldn't. If you're going to be like that, then have no government. You have no purpose.
Well, no, because you need government to protect the people, but you shouldn't use government as a way to give these people all this power over the people.
Doing it again. We're going for a closing, and now we're doing this. Ah!
Okay.
We're the worst. Let's cut it out and let's go back. Let's take out the Constitution part.
Why?
Because that's too much damn work.
Okay, guys. This is the end of the Inappropriate Attire podcast.
No, we can't just leave these people in a rabbit hole. We got to close it up beforehand.
Thank you for listening.
We can't, Will.
And we appreciate you downloading.
I'm not done with this. You gotta do it. They can't download it because it's on YouTube, Will.
We love you. Bye.
It's also March 15th, so you better have it up by then. But that's it. Fine. Bye.